Hiya, hiya, Mon. Long time no see. It's so good to see you today. It's been far, far, far too long, if you ask me. I am really glad to be back. I'm very, 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 very thankful to be back. And I just wanted to kind of pamper you today, but maybe not in like a role play or something like that. I thought that today instead we could just relax, and this is more I guess sappy and soggy than maybe a lot of the others are normally. But I just feel like lately the world has been a very stressful and difficult place. I feel like this time of year tends to be very, very busy and often very, very overwhelming. And so, even if today is not a difficult day particularly, I hope that I can still help you relax and sleep well. And I hope that I'm able to convey today how absolutely honored and blessed I am to be here with you. I think that especially when we have rough days, it's very easy to completely forget about the fact that our mistakes or our difficult days don't define us, especially if it's something that's kind of long-lasting. But you are not your mistakes or your regrets or any other behaviors or actions that other people have told you are negative. And I hope that you're not being too hard on yourself, but I fear you probably are lately. I know that it's easy to work all the time. I'm not necessarily the best person for practicing what I preach in this particular aspect, but it is true, and I think that I'm learning to slow down and to take breaks sometimes when I need them. Thanks to you, honestly. I think it's a lot easier to come to terms with it when I think about what would I do if it was the other way around. It's much, much easier for me if I imagine what I would do if the shoe was on the other foot. Because of course, I would want you to take a break and I would want you to relax. And I would tell you that, of course, only human. It's okay. And that you deserve to take things slow when you need to. So, slowly but surely, I am working on putting that into practice a little bit better. And, oh, my voice got a little scratchy there. And similarly, when you make a change or when you try something new or when you work hard towards something, it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to magically change or disappear. And that's okay. That's the nature of things. All you can do is just take steps. They don't have to be big. Doesn't have to be anything significant. Any movement is progress. You know, even if it's 2 steps forward and 1 step back, or 1 step forward and 2 steps back, it may not be linear progression, but in life, things very seldom are. And I think that you're doing just fine. There's no deadline on when you need to accomplish things or when you need to reach any form of goal that you happen to have. If you find something you want to do, please don't tell yourself that it's too late. The window for something may have closed right now, but that doesn't mean it's forever. Or maybe there's another way to incorporate it into your life without it being exactly what you first anticipated. I am a big believer in the idea that there's always another way. You just sometimes have to be too stubborn to accept anything else. And a lot of times that's seen as a negative, being stubborn or unyielding, but I think that expressing resolve is very impressive, and it's very difficult. And there's nothing wrong with having trouble with doing that either. You don't have to make up your mind on anything right now. Just like you don't have to settle for less just because it's here right now. Or change everything if you really don't want to. It may take longer, or you may have hit a roadblock for right now, but that doesn't mean that it's over forever. I hope that you'll continue to pursue the things that make you happy, even if they don't provide, financial stability or anything like that. There's nothing wrong with taking time to do something for yourself that's not work related. Life is about living, and I think sometimes it's really easy to forget about that we work to live and not live to work. And while I wish that wasn't the case, because having more free time to just nap would be really nice, it is something that you have live and to breathe and to recover. Because if you're not, then why are you working so hard? Otherwise, what's the point? So, I hope that even though you're working very hard, I hope that you will work toward allowing yourself just a little more space to be able to do what makes you happy. And when I say what makes you happy, it doesn't have to be the most productive thing either. I think it's really common that there is a sense of guilt attributed with wasting one's time, as if watching a show or taking a nap or playing games is somehow a detriment to your livelihood. But taking care of yourself emotionally is also very important. And if that's what provides you a little bit of comfort, a little bit of relaxation, a little bit of rest, then that's just the nature of it. Not everyone's idea of the ideal weekend is to go hiking for 15 million miles or to run a side hustle and make a ton of money on the side. You have to make sure that you're making space for things that you enjoy, not because of the fact that they benefit you in some way, not in the sense that they're transactional in any way, shape, or form, but in the sense that they just bring you joy for the sake of doing it, or for the sake of experiencing it. That in and of itself is a form of care. I have lately been trying really hard to set aside more time to relax. And oftentimes I feel terribly spoiled when I do so. As if that precious time that I'm using to nap or to watch a show or maybe a stream, a video, that time could be better spent somewhere else. But at the same time, I wouldn't be able emotionally or physically to give my all, to give 100%, if I didn't take lots of time to rest and to relax. It's kind of maybe a strange way to say it, but you're only able to do your best if you properly give yourself space to rest. So, in that sense, it's kind of your responsibility and your job to relax. So, I you're anything like me, the mind tends to wander far too often, and I find myself overthinking. Sometimes I wish my brain wasn't capable of thinking past a certain hour, because it feels like in the middle of the night, when I need to get to bed, that's the moment that my brain just brings up every single little thing. All of a sudden, deadlines that aren't for weeks, or things I've forgotten that I said, suddenly reappear clear as day in my mind when I couldn't remember them at all, just hours prior. And it's agonizing. It's like a sense of all-consuming. And then all of a sudden, that's all you can think about. And when that kind of time happens, or you start to feel that way, the only thing that you can really do is just remind yourself that you can think about it as much as you want. But right now is a time for rest. And right now, there's absolutely nothing that you can or that you need to do. Everything can get done tomorrow. Even if you missed a deadline or you realized there was a mistake, you can't do much about it from in bed while you're tired and exhausted. It's much better to remind yourself that if you don't give yourself space to rest, you're just going to put yourself under more stress, and it will compound, it will pile up, and before you know it, you'll be making even more mistakes because you'll be so preoccupied with the guilt and the anxiety and the stress that you won't be able to focus on the actual work itself. Something simple could quickly turn into something very, very difficult, fraught with errors and mistakes. And that's not your fault. But it's better to prepare yourself properly before you start back up. There's been times where I realized that, oh no, I'm laying in bed and I have something I desperately need to do. It's going to have, it's a deadline or some kind of thing. And I need to go right now. I need to do that right now. And I have to remind myself that no, because more often than not, I get out of bed and I get to my keyboard, and whatever it is that I type is just like gobbledygook. It doesn't make any sense. It's just word vomit on a page. So, all that is to say that I hope that you will make it a priority for me to rest a little bit more. If you don't feel comfortable allowing yourself to do it, that's okay, that's fine. But if you won't let yourself do it for you and for your sake, please do it for mine. I worry about you. And I want to make sure that you're doing as well as you can. I want to make sure that you're taken care of and that you're safe, even when I'm not around to see you and to remind you. So I hope that this can immortalize in a way and serve as a reminder that you deserve breaks and that they're mandatory for the sake of your success. You're no good to anyone if you're not resting properly. Not that you're not inherently valuable, no matter what, but if you're worried about work or school or some kind of obligation like that, it's always better to come well rested. Because otherwise you won't be prepared. That's okay. It's okay to not be 100%. But baby steps, you know? Working toward better sleep and better rest and making time for yourself allows you to move forward more confidently, I think. And you work too hard and you dedicate too much of yourself to other things to not dedicate a little bit of that time, of the precious time that you have, to yourself and to your happiness. You deserve to give yourself the respect of pursuing the things that make you happy and not just the things that you feel obligated to do. Because even if you do nothing at all, even if you just sit here and say, heck it, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to go and do anything. I just want to sit here and let everything go. You're still valuable. You're still treasured. And you're still precious. Your being here is such a blessing. And because of the fact that you have that blessing, that precious, precious thing that we call an existence, I hope that you will be able to do the things that make you happy. Because your being here is too precious and too amazing to not, I think. Even if you can't do it right now, if there's something that you want to do really badly, I hope that you'll continue to hold on to that in your heart and that you'll never forget. Because I truly believe that if you keep trying and you keep pressing forward, even if you're not making progress toward it right now, you'll reach it. I know it. So please, don't stop hoping. Don't stop dreaming. You deserve everything that you want and more. You deserve everything that you want and more. even if you can't necessarily do it very often, or if it's something that's going to take a lot of time, or you're not in a place right now, that's okay. You don't have to be right now. You don't have to be. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. I think you could hear that in my headphones. Oh my god, you could definitely hear that. I'm so sorry. Apparently. Apparently my body needs to do that. So. What is that? It was like. I'm embarrassed now. It was like, no, you know when you have like I'm drinking tea. And I had a little bit of like, I don't know how to explain it, like my throat made a noise. Not of my volition. Yeah, like a throat bubble. That's a gross sentence, but yeah. Oh my gosh, sorry. Like inhaled dust or something. And then all of a sudden, I had to cough really bad. And I didn't want to cough into your ears. That's not very relaxing now, would it be? Craig, thank you so much for 12 months. Happy 1 year. I really, really, really love to relax with a green tea. I really, really, really love green tea. So, I'm having a little bit of that. So, I had to like convince myself today that I needed a nap because I knew that today we had this time together and I wanted to be at my very best for you. But at the same time, I also knew that if I did take a nap, I might have trouble getting back to sleep in the evening when it's bedtime. But with that in mind, I had to remind myself that if I'm this tired right now, it's only going to get more difficult as the day progresses. And I wouldn't be any help to Mon. I wouldn't be any help to you. I wouldn't be able to help you get to sleep and help my darling, darling treasure get to sleep if I wasn't properly rested, I felt. So, I made sure to take a little nap. And I got up just a little bit before this, actually. So I'm still a little bit sleepy, but I don't think it's too bad. But if you hear me kind of spacing out randomly or taking a break and pausing, it's always really relaxing getting to spend this time together. And sometimes it's so relaxing getting to just be here that it makes me sleepy. So it's almost, I would say, we're both then I immediately climb into bed and go shh, 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 shh. Just like that. Real one-to-one representation of the experience. 110% accuracy. I would know I was there. But I'm just so glad, and I think I don't think I say it enough, but I'm so thankful and I'm so happy that you feel comfortable enough to be vulnerable around me. I really am. The world is hard enough when you're constantly feeling as though you're being beaten down, or that you have to present or act a certain way in order to be taken seriously. But when the day is over and you're able to relax, I really treasure the fact that you don't keep those same barriers up here. Because I want to be a safe place for you to land, and I want it to be something where you don't have to worry about being strong or being cool. No matter what, you're always cool in my eyes. You can embarrass yourself. It's okay. We can laugh about that. But that doesn't change the fact that you're still lovely and delightful. Yeah. I certainly think so. I don't just think so, I know so. And I'm very glad to get to experience so much of just everything. I'm just really honored. And I want to continue to celebrate and cheer you on in your happiness, and in your bright, proud, confident moments. But I also want you to know that when you're not feeling so confident and when you're not feeling so brave, that's okay. You're still just as delightful, just as talented, and just as amazing in my eyes. So, I hope that you never feel like you have to be anything other than yourself. And if you do have to put up walls or present yourself a certain way, I hope that you feel safe enough to be yourself and to be honest here, if nowhere else. I want, at the very least, for you to be safe here, and for you to feel safe here. And no matter how much or how little, I'm just really, really happy that I get to spend this time with you. I treasure distance makes the heart grow fonder thing. I hate to say it, but I think there's some truth in it. I feel like whenever I'm not here, I'm thinking about being here and spending time together. And I wonder sometimes if maybe you feel the same way, you know? Maybe you have a hard day and you look forward to, spending time together. Or maybe it's a little bit of a bummer when you realize that we don't get to today, or something like that. I don't know. I just thought about it a lot this week, because we didn't get to do as much as I would have liked. But I did something this week that I was quite proud of myself for doing this week, which was when I did get home, I did actually stop and slow down and pause and say, no, actually, pardon me, I actually am going to just take this evening to rest. Even though I miss you, I have to make sure that I'm well rested so that I can be at my best. And I'm very, very thankful. I'm very, very thankful to have gotten to still come back after taking a little break and having just as much fun. And I hope that you know that the same goes for you. If you ever need to take a little break from anything, from being here, but also from, obligations that you might have or social interactions, that's completely fine. It's okay to feel overwhelmed. It's okay to have needs. It's more detrimental to yourself in the long run, I think, if you don't communicate those, But does it make it any easier? Sometimes it's still tough to, remind yourself that you have to do those kinds of things. And it just makes me really happy. Because similarly to how I want to be a safe place for you to land, being here is also my safe place to land. And I really hope that you have opportunities to be seen and respected, not just with me, but with your friends or in other environments, in hobbies and things like that. But I, at the very least, hope that here is a place that can provide that for you. such a warm, bright spot in this world, and I'm so glad that once again the world has been able to wake up with you in it. Thank you so much for being here and for continuing to be here. I'm so proud of you. You don't have to do anything. I'm just proud of you. You don't owe me anything. You don't owe anybody anything. But I hope that you know that you are an amazing person, deserving of kindness and of appreciation and of love and respect, and that the world never tries to convince you otherwise. But if it has, or if it ever does, I will continue to remind you as many times over and over and over and over and over and over and over, as many times as necessary. It's really easy to do so, because it's just the truth. I'm very spoiled that we get to spend so much time together. But I also understand that there will be days where maybe we don't spend as much time, and that's okay. That's totally fine. But whether for a moment or for a millennia, I'm really, really, really glad to get to spend this time together. And to make memories. And to relax. It doesn't have to be anything prolific. Even just being here. It's really lovely. Yeah. I am... Well, I think it goes without saying, but I have always been one lucky lady. And that is because I get to spend my time in such lovely company. Yeah. I am just so grateful. So grateful that the world lined up and everything fell into place the way that it did to lead us to this moment right now. There may be difficult times or difficult days. I'm sure there have been, and I'm sure there will be, but being here right now in this lovely moment, regardless of any difficulties that I may have experienced, I can't help but feel anything other than thankfulness. Everything else is just a passing, fleeting feeling. But right now, I'm just really happy and really thankful. Because maybe, difficult as they were, maybe those moments were meant to work out the way they were in order for this moment to be. And when I do have difficult days, when there are difficult times where you feel like you're alone, or like things are just as deep down the very bottom, the pits. If you think it's just the worst moment, all I can recommend is just to remember that there will be brighter moments. Unfortunately, you have to have not so good ones in order for the better times to come to be, but it's really, really lovely thinking about, even in hard times and times of hardship, where things are stressful, that, well, at least there will be better times. There have been and there will be. Makes it easier to get through those times, I think. And it's really nice. Oh my gosh. It's also a lot easier now because I don't feel like I have to go through everything alone anymore. And that is a very lovely feeling. And I hope you know that you're not alone in this either. Any hardships, any difficulties, I hope that you know that I'll always be there, cheering you on. Even if I can't be, literally here every moment. I am always so, so proud of you, and I hope that you'll always advocate for yourself and that you'll always do what's best for you to make sure that you are being treated properly and that you're doing the things that make you happiest. So, so important to me because I know that you deserve nothing short of the best. You deserve only good things. And while you may not, unfortunately, get only good things because that's not how the world works, as much as I would love for it to, I want there to be more good moments than bad. And I believe that there will be. But I'm so, so very proud of you. You are so lovely. You are so kind, so generous and caring, considerate, thoughtful. And none of those things are bad. Being emotional, being frustrated, being impractical, being wishful. None of those things, none of the parts that make you you are bad. Even the ones that may be difficult to handle or maybe are negatively affecting you right now doesn't mean that any part of you is bad. Life is all about learning and changing and shifting. And no matter what may come to be in the future or what has been in the past, there is no better you in this whole world than the you right now. Yeah. You right now as you are don't need to be anything else right now. If you want to try something new, of course that's fine if it makes you happy. If it makes you feel safe and comfortable and hopeful. But right now, just as you are, even if you feel that you're flawed, you're not. You're perfect just the way you are. Because everything about you right now is what makes you you. And whether it's the way that you act or have acted, or the way that you look, or things that you've done, every single aspect of yourself is what makes up the whole that is you. And even if you may not appreciate them, there are so many people who do. And you are so deserving of kindness and support, and you're deserving of looking at yourself with the same kindness that others look upon you with. Because you are amazing, and you are lovely, and you are a treasure. You are so precious. You are so precious and perfect, inside and out. You are perfect in the fact that you are imperfect, just as everyone around you is. You don't need to strive for perfection or for anything other than what makes you happy. You are not other people's expectations of you. You are not other people's perceptions of you. You are simply you, and that is amazing and so delightful, and I'm so, so thankful for it. You're so, 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 so lovely. You're so, 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 so lovely. And I hope that even if you don't right now, that you'll come around. You'll realize. But for the time being, I will appreciate all of the little eccentricities that make you you. Enough for the both of us. Yeah. It's a hard job, but someone's got to do it. I'm just kidding. It's not hard at all. It's something I do with pride. Because it's always lovely, 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 lovely to get to spend time together. I am so proud of you and everything that you are. I hope that you never allow anyone to change anything about who you are, because you are perfect. And the only person who gets to decide what you do, what makes you happy, what you want to try, or what you'd like to enact change-wise in your life is you. And don't let anyone ever try to convince you otherwise. You are the main everyone else is the main character in theirs. Don't let other people take that away from you. After all, the only person that you're going to be guaranteed 110% from beginning to end to be with is yourself. And that's lovely, because I have it on good authority, the authority being me, that you are a very lovely person. And I hope that you will be just as kind and lovely to yourself as you are to other people, just as you are to me, as I'm very honored to receive such kindness from someone as lovely as you. I really, really, really cherish the fact that we get to spend all of this time together. I feel very, very honored and also very greedy because I get to spend so much time and I always want to spend more. But at the same time, please don't worry if you're busy. Please don't feel bad. Please don't. Everybody has things that come up. It's only natural. There's nothing wrong with it. So, please, don't be mean to yourself. I'll get you. No one's allowed to be mean to you, not even yourself. No one, okay? Not a person. Not now, not never. Never, ever, 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 ever. Just some deep breaths. Oh, and apparently a pop. Yeah, be kind to yourself now, or else. I stretched a little bit and it just like, I don't know, it's really nice. I feel like after a nap I should be better, like, rested. I should feel energetic. So why do I still feel so sleepy? Maybe it's this relaxing time that we're spending together. Maybe I'm accidentally making both of us sleepy. I'm just supposed to be helping you fall asleep. What the heck? I guess it's just too successful. But that's okay. Because I have to make sure that you are able to get some rest. And that you finally take a break. Stop working so hard, okay? Don't run yourself into the ground for people who aren't considerate of you. And I only say people who aren't considerate of you because people who are considerate of you wouldn't make you do something like that. It's okay to have boundaries. It's okay to be human. It's okay to not be able to do everything all the time. And I hope that you'll allow yourself the space to remember that that's the case. Because it's lovely. Pardon me. I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you. Because you are yourself. And what a wonderful thing to be. I wouldn't want it any other way. Any other way. And I hope that this perfect, lovely treasure, this lovely, precious person, that you will allow yourself the space to get some rest and to relax. And if you won't allow yourself to do it for your sake, please do it for mine. Because you are deserving of such great things, such a many great things, and you can't do your best. You can't be your best. You can't pursue the things that make you happy if you aren't able to be well rested. So I hope that you will get some good sleep, and I hope that you'll have lovely, lovely, lovely dreams. And I hope that your day tomorrow and in the coming days is just as delightful as you are. Thank you so much for being with me, for being here with me, and for spending this time together, for letting me help you, and for allowing me to spend this time with you. I really treasure it, and I hope that you will continue to treat yourself kindly. Okay? I'm not going to take excuses on this either. Alright? For me, okay? You're gonna get some good sleep. Or at least a little bit more than you would have. And you're going to wake up refreshed. And you're going to do something tomorrow for nobody other than yourself. Just something that makes you happy. Not something that benefits other people. Not something that you feel like you've had to do, but something that you want to do simply for the sake of it being something that appeals to you. I hope that you'll do that for me and for yourself. Because you deserve delightful things. I would deserve the world, Mon Mon. You deserve so, so, so much. And I hope that you get a lovely, lovely night's sleep. I am going to save up and channel all of my luck and give it to you. So that you have happier days filled with joy and fun, and that allow you to just do the things that make you happy. Rest well, my darling. Rest well, my darling. Rest well. Rest well. Rest well. Dayasumi, Dayasumi, Dayasumi. I will see you in the morning. Good night. Good night. Bye bye for now. Mwah. Mwah. And please always remember, you are so strong, and you are so amazing, and you are so